Hello and welcome to Braden's Kitchen. I'm here to an ode to soy. So I'm very excited to share with you today 4 different recipes I make with it using the food processor. I have a little one here, the big one here. This guy, God, Cuisinart, the 25-year anniversary winner for my dad. Was in his cupboard for years. So even if you can dig up one of these guys, do it because they are amazing. And even if they're many decades old, this one came with a CD-ROM. It'll work for you. So we're gonna start doing a cheese sauce. This one, I'm gonna use some firm tofu, and I'm gonna go ahead, open the package. I don't know if you can see me do it, but I'm gonna go do it over here. Just open it up, pour out the water, pat down the tofu a little bit. Be right back. All right, so I've patted down my firm tofu, and I'm going to put it in the food processor, break it up a little bit like this, and wipe my fingers. Okay, this is miso. Miso is a soybean paste. I'm using white miso, you can use yellow miso, both will work. And I'm actually going to eat this later today. And I do not like a lot of miso. My recipe will call for 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm just gonna use 1. And you know what? I'm just gonna eyeball it. Use 1. This is kind of what I like. Go ahead if you are new, you're new to like a cheese alternative. Go ahead and do quite a couple. Do the full 2. I'm just gonna do that much. That's what I like because I don't need a lot of the sodium. I just don't add a lot of that. But go for it. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's all I use. Okay, now got that. Now time for the nutritional yeast. I'm just going to use Bragg's today. But they have many different kinds out there. Make sure it is fortified, so it has B12 in it. This one also has some added protein. So I do, like, this is fine, but other brands are out there too and will work well. And so go ahead and use those. I am going to do a whole 1/4 cup of the Nut. Pour it in here, just kind of measure. Usually eyeball this as well, but doing a video, that's about good. Get that. Okay, now let's do 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm just going to squirt it about till I feel good. I should be using fresh lemons, but that's what I got. So we're gonna go with it. Onion powder. I'm gonna do a teaspoon. Let's do a teaspoon of onion powder. And let's do half a tea of garlic. I'm just gonna sprinkle this actually. Who knows how much exactly. That'll be good. And lastly, actually 2 things. We're gonna do a little paprika. Some paprika in there. Okay, you can do a lot of paprika. Maybe like 3 tablespoons. Like, just go for it. All right. I didn't do that much. I think it's good though. This is how I like to make it for me. We go with that. That was probably like 1 tablespoon. I think it's good. Feel free to adjust as you like, but this I always love. It always turns out a little different and I always love it. Okay, and we're just gonna do a squirt of Dijon. Like 1 tablespoon. Yum! I'm so excited for this. This is like my favorite cheese sauce and I make it weekly. I'm gonna eat it throughout the week. I make it like every other day, let's be real, not weekly. It doesn't last that long for me. Even the whole block of tofu, it'll just be gone. Even 1 day, it's fine. Okay, now so I put the lid on, so everything's secure. Blending time. This is what I love. This is such a good part. Okay, this is how I like it. I like it when, see, it's not just gonna fall off, but it's there. So it's cheesy, it's sticky, it's like this. Okay, now I'm gonna jar it, but first I'm gonna taste it. Let me give you some ideas. Sometimes I have it with cauliflower broccoli. Just use it as a dip. It's so yummy. Oh, I love it. Carrots. Yeah, I had a snack when I got these out. This is so embarrassing. Okay. Red pepper, bell pepper. Dip that in it. I also love to, look at my jars. I love to put it in a tortilla and then put a bunch of spinach in the tortilla, wrap it up, make a wrap with this. It is such a good source of protein for people that are plant-based and don't get their protein from animal products. Get it from tofu, which is the main source. I mean, animals get their protein from soy, This is soy, get it directly, cut out the middleman, right? Which is what we need to do for ourselves, for the climate. This is so much better than you. You get phytoestrogens, which will bind to your estrogen receptors. Oh, I did that messy. Now this is bad. And actually prevent estrogen from taking hold. So it is such a great choice for you and your life. I am doing this messily, but that's just because I just want to shove it in my mouth. There we go. So I will jar this and I'll take it to work with me and I'll have it as a snack. I'll dip celery in it. I will again put it on spread. Sometimes I'll make some noodles and I'll just put this, I'll put it, warm this up and put it on top. This is some mac and cheese and it's all a yummy protein source. Made from tofu, from soy, from the soy plant. Such a good choice for you. Okay, I'm gonna jar this up. Hi guys, I'm back. Thank you for being patient while I cleaned up. Not that you will notice because I'll edit this video. All right, so now we're going to make sour cream. And I'm going to use extra firm this time. I got a twin pack of the extra firm tofu. This is break open. I need to cut it open. I'm gonna cut it open. Okay, it just came in a twin pack. So they're a little bit smaller. This one is just going to be fewer ounces. I'm not sure how much is in here. Honestly, I go by the look of it. This is about as much as I want for my sour cream because I don't eat the sour cream as much as I do that cheese sauce, so I don't need as much to keep me through the week. But I'm gonna go ahead and open this and then go take it over there and drain it. I do like to have it on hand because I will eat it throughout the week with sweet potatoes. I will put it on my sweet potato. Sweet potatoes, people think they're super high in their glycemic load. They're not that high. They're a little higher, but they're not that high. But if they are hot, you know, if you do eat food that is higher or it's starchier, so it's nice if you wait to let them cool and don't eat them fresh. It'll be better for your blood sugar. And then if you do, eat them with protein because they'll act like speed bumps when it goes in your body. So your sugar, your insulin spike, you won't have one, essentially. So it'll keep all of your glucose levels in check when you're digesting. And that is why I often include this sour cream recipe with my baked potato or my sweet potato or potato pancakes or zucchini fritters, my favorite. I make those maybe once a week, or chickpea fritters. Or if you make a little quiche dish with some chickpea flour and maybe some steamed broccoli, put it in there, bake it, put this on top. It's just so good. It's so good. And it's so easy. I'm gonna cut this. Be right back. All right, it is out. Here's my block. I'm gonna pat it down. I really don't care too much about getting all of the water out. I'm not cooking with it. I'm making a sauce from it. So I don't really need it to be dry. I'm just gonna add some water in a way to make it saucy. Okay, so I do use the extra firm with this because I like it when it has a little bit of that like chunk to it. You can also, right now with extra firm, if I wanted to make feta, I would just take this, mix it with some nutritional yeast, and I could put it on anything. Maybe a little lemon juice or miso if I wanted to mix it, but honestly, I just kind of put it, I could take this, crumble it in pasta. This extra firm tofu is awesome. Just crumble it around, get some good plant protein in your dishes. I broke that more than I needed to because I'm just chit-chatting now. Honestly, hold on. Just dump the block in there and then watch this. Just that. White wine vinegar. Vinegar is so good for you. We should be getting some vinegar every day. I believe it's a tablespoon of vinegar every day. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons in with that chunk of tofu. I think that was like maybe 9 ounces of tofu. Just a little more vinegar. I love it. Okay. I'm using my little guy this time because it's a little bit smaller. It's my little KitchenAid. Ta-da! Oh, it's not plugged in. Okay. There we go. It's so good. Yum! Okay, honestly, it'll kind of look like this, which I love. You can make it smoother. If you want to make it smoother, use the firm tofu or use Silken. I like mine like this because when I eat it, I love the way it looks on my sweet potatoes when I make it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a little carton now. When I make my yam later, it's gonna come out and dip it in there. Very good. Oh, it smells so good too. Okay, that's number 2. We'll can this and be right back. All right, who's ready for number 3? I am. Obviously, just waiting for number 4. That's why. All right, so number 3 is some yogurt. We are going to use Silken Tofu this time because I want it smoother. A smooth yogurt. And I will go ahead and drain this guy. Put it in back. I think I'm only gonna use half this. I don't have the yogurt as much. And I'm gonna save the other half for our last dish. So this is 16 ounces. So I'm gonna do like half of this. I will show you. I'm gonna go drain this. Okay, I've opened it. I only want about half of this. And you see this is really, Silken is a lot softer. So I'm just gonna spoon it in there. Spoon it in there. Just about half of the block. Go ahead and do the full one at home. Like if you're gonna have this throughout the week, I would. I got some in the fridge already. This is just for you guys. Okay, so I have the Silken Tofu in there. Then I'm gonna do half a banana and an organic banana. Yummy. Alrighty. Some lemon juice. And maybe just like that much. Put the lid on. Get this pureeing. Yay! Oh my god, it's so good. You can also make custards this way. Ta-da! Oops, that was from earlier on. Look at this nice yummy yogurt, and it's gonna set a little in the fridge, but this is wonderful. Okay, so what I usually do, I will have this with granola and some berries for breakfast, maybe tomorrow, maybe for dinner tonight, for dessert. You also often have this with dessert. I make a little oatmeal cookies and I will go ahead and dip in here. Again, the phytoestrogens, the protein you get from this, so wonderful. Also, make some great carrot raisin muffins in the morning for breakfast. Put that together. Will I put it in this little dish? Yes. Honestly, this might be 2 servings. Yeah, I could get 2 or 3 servings out of this guy for breakfast with some oats. Some oats, granola, or fruit. All right, we're at the finale. Carob Chia Pudding. This is my favorite. As you can tell, I'm so happy that we are here now. I've been waiting for this. One out of all 4 of our ODE soys. So, this is tofu. This is Silken extra firm tofu. I actually ordered a bunch of these, and I'm just working through them. It works great for pudding. I also just used the Silken that we used for the yogurt. I used that one just as much. I'm gonna use this one just to vary it up a little bit. So, I'm gonna cut this guy and just put it all in there, put the whole block in there. Oh, beauty, beauty. I'm so excited. Oh gosh, of course I make a mess. Every time. Doesn't matter. I will clean it up. Okay. There we go. All the Silken tofu is in there. Okay. Now, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Use good maple syrup. I'm just gonna do 2 loops. 2 loops. Maybe a little bit less than that. It's so good. And now, 3 tablespoons. I use carob powder. You can use cocoa powder. You can use cacao powder. I use carob powder because this recipe, the original recipe is from Scott Jurick's book, Eat and Run, which I love so much. He's one of my plant-based heroes, athletic heroes. So I got this from him, and he uses carob powder. And I like the way it tastes. It has this different, oh, that's a lot. I eyeball it anyway. I have this so often. So often. I will go ahead and just eat all of this in one sitting, or I will have it over the course of 3 days. It just depends, right? I'm gonna add some 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, but it's such a great thing to take to work with you as a little snack, have with a muffin during lunch, or put some blueberries on it. I will have it for dessert from a jar, or I'll just make it. I'll show you. Sometimes I have some in my fridge. Here, I'll show you. Like this, or like this, and I will jar it up too when we're done. But I will just take this to work with me, and there I have my dessert after, if I'm working late. Even after lunch, you can have it. If you're just like, yo, I want my tofu carob pudding. The chia seeds are those omega-3s, so good for you. I like this one like pretty well blended. We're blending. It looks so good. Let me show you. Look. That's our pudding. This is our... Oh my god. I'm just addicted to this stuff, you guys. I love it so much. I want McDonald's to sell this. So I'm just like, you know what? I really want a McFlurry, which I never do anymore. But I do always want this. It's like my favorite dessert, favorite thing you can make with tofu. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and dry this up. I'll make you wash that though, 'cause I'm just gonna... hello, sorry, excuse me. I had to take a call on the digital recording device, but I am back. And I just want to wrap up by saying thank you for watching. I already started to eat some of my pudding, as you can see. 77% of soy farming is used for animal feed. And then 19% of it goes to make food for humans, and 12% of that's turned into oil. So only about 7% goes to us, goes to just eating it directly from the source. Animals they consume 6 times the amount of the protein that they produce, so they're the middlemen. And if we can just go straight to the soyers, that one was so bad. Then I think things would be really great. So yeah, don't mean to be preachy, but that's like why I really love tofu. In addition to how good it tastes, is how good it also feels for my body and for the planet. And it's really cool that those things like are the same thing. So thank you for watching. I love you as much. I love you more than I love tofu. You know that's saying a lot. All right, thank you. Have a good day.